friends, welcome back to my channel today. Today's video is a overhyped products, are they worth the hype? And I thought this would be really fun to make. So I actually went on Twitter to you guys and I asked you what products you want to see my opinions on for this video. So thank you to everyone that went over to Twitter and left me your recommendations. Also, another great thing about this video is that it's a collab with a fellow YouTuber and her name is Haley, you guys. I know you will absolutely love her. She is so cute and so sweet. I actually got to meet her at the Sigma Beauty event just a little bit ago. She has the sweetest personality and she is so skilled in makeup, you guys. Make sure to definitely check out her channel. She's gonna be doing this video as well. And then also make sure to check out her Instagram because her Instagram is lit. She is so pretty and so good at makeup. Like, it's ridiculous. I love watching her tutorials. So definitely go check her out. I will have her channel linked down below as well as her video. And leave some hashtag #MilSquad comments so that way she knows where you guys are coming from. Also, if you're brand new over here on my channel, hello, welcome. My name is Madison. Make sure to click that subscribe button if you want to stick around. Also, a huge shout out to Katie Ryan for having your notification bell turned on. You rock. Don't forget to comment down below notification squad if you turn on that little bell so that way you can get a shout out in a future video. So now let's go ahead and get on into this overhyped products. Are they worth the hype? Yeah. All right, so I had a ton of you guys ask about different foundations. So we're gonna start off with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. Is this worth the hype? So I think it's worth it if you have the right skin for it. So if you're normal to dry skin, you will love this. I think it looks beautiful on the skin. It gives you a very gorgeous glow. It's got a decent amount of coverage. It's not full coverage, so it's not gonna feel cakey on your skin. It actually feels really nice and it doesn't settle into any fine lines or anything like that. But if you're oily, you want to stay away from it because you will get extremely oily with this foundation because, hello, luminous silk. It's going to be very dewy on your skin. So you definitely want to stay away from this if you're oily. For me, I am very sensitive and acne prone and I have combination skins. So when I was wearing this, I loved it, but I quickly discovered that this was breaking me out like really bad. My skin does not like this at all. So for me, it's not worth the hype because it doesn't work for my skin. But I think if you have normal to dry skin, it's definitely worth the hype. Okay, so next up we have the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Cream. This is the illumination one. I don't have the regular one, but I just want to talk about this. I actually recommend this to everyone. If you have mature skin, and if you have dry skin, I recommend it to a lot of people. My mom loves it, wears it every day. My sister loves it, wears it every day. My sister completely left the Too Faced Born This Way foundation and just like fell in love with this. I like this too because it sits very beautifully on the skin. It's got great coverage. Yeah, it feels very lightweight on the skin, but I can't wear it. It really sucks that I can't wear this. I think the SPF 50 in it actually breaks my skin out. So if you guys have sensitive acne prone skin, I see a lot of people with like sensitive acne prone skins that's able to wear this, but I have like a whole nother level, I guess, and I can't put this on my skin. I've tried wearing this and I break out and then I took a break. I've gone back to this so many times, you guys, thinking, oh, maybe it was something else breaking me out. No. This breaks me out so bad. And I get those pimples that are underneath the skin. That's like cystic acne from this. That's how I know that my skin really doesn't like it. I don't even get little pimples from this. I get like under the skin stuff. But I hate it because it looks so good on the skin and I wish I could wear it. I would definitely love this product and I recommend it to everyone. So I think it's definitely worth the hype. But for me, unfortunately, it isn't because it doesn't work for my skin, which really sucks. I wish it had no SPF in it, to be honest. All right, so next up, we have a very expensive foundation here that people are asking me about, and I didn't know how I was gonna bring this into my channel because I did recently purchase this, and you guys will be seeing like a very expensive skincare haul very shortly. But this is the LUMINOUS, the Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation. This one definitely does have an SPF of 20 in it, but I found that this one does not break me out. So this one is actually $110. This is the most expensive foundation I have ever purchased, you guys. This thing was insane. I've heard a lot of YouTubers rave about it, even off camera, and I was like, okay, really intrigued by it. So I was like, I really wanted to try this out. And so did my mom. So we both went to Neiman Marcus the other day and we both picked one up. I love the shade of this one. The shade that I got is Natural 12. Unfortunately, I think this is definitely worth the hype because one, I can wear it. It's great for my sensitive acne prone skin. It looks gorgeous on the skin. I've got combination. My mom has very dry skin and it works for both of us. I honestly don't even see how this would be bad for oily skin either if you just make sure that you set it and use a mattifying primer. But it seriously just like looks so good on your skin, and it looks so good on everyone's skin, because she also put this on my grandmother who was with me too at the time, and it looked so beautiful on her skin, you guys. It seriously just softened the whole face and just looked so radiant and pretty. So yes, this is very, very expensive, and I definitely do think it's worth it because the finish that it gives is just like gorgeous. All right, so last foundation that you guys asked me about are the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundations. These are amazing. I definitely do think these are worth the hype. I don't know what it is about Hourglass foundations, but my skin loves Hourglass. Like, I don't break out with these, and these are full coverage. I usually have to be very careful with full coverage products because those ones are more likely to break me out rather than like the lighter coverage stuff. And these are so good. Most stick foundations that I've tried, like the Makeup Forever stick foundation, like the HD stick one, the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, those are just too drying for me. Like, they just don't move around enough. They're just way too drying. These are so moisturizing, yet still mattifying at the same time. And they look gorgeous on camera. They look gorgeous in person. They just look really good on the skin. I have two shades here, and I have Bisque and I also have Linen. Linen is a little bit more of a yellow right here. And then Bisque has a little bit, I think, more of a neutral tone to it, and it's about a shade lighter. I'm actually gonna swatch them on my hand so you guys can see. So there they are. So this one is Linen, and then this one is Bisque. So the only thing that I don't like about Hourglass foundations is the shade range, you guys. The shade range, I can't seem to find my perfect shade in Hourglass at all. Like, it just does not work. I can't find the perfect shade. I'm like between also Shell and I think it's the other one is like Natural or something like that in the Hourglass Immaculate. But I just like always have to mix, or I just can't really find the perfect shade for me. That's like the only down part. I wish there was a better match for me in there, but I am honestly really, really hard to match, especially for when I'm fair. I'm like really, really hard to match. So that's the only down part about these, but I definitely do think these are worth the hype. If you have dry skin, if you have oily skin, if you have normal combination skin, any skin type can wear these. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get into setting powders. And the one that I had asked from you guys is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I love this one. I've been using this one since 2012. A coworker got me hooked on Laura Mercier, and I absolutely love it, you guys. I think this powder is perfect for people who have oily, acne-prone skin, and even combination, I think it's really good for you too, because why I love this so much is that whenever I have a breakout and I put this on top of it, it just smooths it out and kind of blurs out that blemish to where it's not as noticeable. So whenever I'm breaking out a ton, I definitely use this one because it just blurs and smooths everything out. Like, it looks gorgeous. So if you're dealing with acne, definitely check this one out, you guys. I think it's definitely worth it. The only negative that I have to this one is that I'm noticing as I'm getting older, I'm starting to get more dry underneath my eyes, and I can't wear this underneath my eyes. Like, it just gets a little bit too cakey and it doesn't work. And I don't even put that much on, you guys. I don't bake or anything with it. I don't really like baking, to be honest, because I feel like baking can make your face look really, really dry. The only places where I put like a lot of powder, like to kind of semi-bake, is right here, and that's just to clean up my bronzer if I go a little overboard, but I don't even do that very often. So yeah, that's the only thing that I'm kind of like, you gotta be wary about if you have very dry under eyes. Make sure not to put it right there. That's why I love the Givenchy one, and I think this one is really, really worth it if you have mature and dry skin, because the powder in this one is a lot more fine and it's not as like thick as the Laura Mercier one. So I think this one works really, really well underneath the eyes, and you don't get any flashback with it, and it just works really well if you have dry skin. So if you guys have dry, mature skin, check this one out. All right, so next up we have the original RCMA Makeup No Color powder. So this one actually looks like I used quite a bit, but I really didn't. I actually took one of my old Laura Mercier ones and I poured it in there because the packaging on this one sucks. This is another product that is very like overhyped and raved about here on YouTube. I don't like it. I think that it's definitely like kind of reminds me a little bit of Givenchy, but this makes you feel really, really powdery and like I'm putting like almost like cornstarch on my face or something like that. I don't like this at all. I don't like this. I know a lot of people rave about this, but for me, honestly, the feeling that it gives you on your face, I feel like I'm setting my face with cornstarch or something. Like it just doesn't feel good. It feels so powdery and I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But that's just my honest opinion. All right, so next up, I had a lot of you guys ask me about the Kat Von D Shade Light little palette right here. Mine's kind of beat up and I have like the older version where it's not like raised up. But this is what it looks like right here. I've definitely done a number on it. I definitely think this is worth the hype, you guys. I love the shade range of the bronzers. I love the setting powders, except for this one because I don't use that one. I really love that one and this one. I think these are definitely worth it because the shades of the bronzers are perfect. They're not too cool, they're not too warm, they're perfect neutral shades that are perfect for contouring the face and it looks really, really good. I also really like the formula too. So yeah, this one is definitely worth it. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she's selling these by the pans now. So that's awesome. So now instead of buying like the whole set, you can go and buy them like single versions of the ones that you use the most. Like you can tell, I use these two bronzers the most and then I use that one the most. But yeah, these are definitely worth it and it's definitely worth the hype. Okay, so next up, another product you guys were asking me a ton about are the BECCA highlighters. So this is like a little small version of one. This is BECCA Moonstone. This is my favorite highlight from BECCA, you guys. This one is just stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. This one is perfect for fair skin. I absolutely love it. I think these are definitely worth the hype. The pigment payoff, they look gorgeous on the skin. The only down part to these is what I was saying on a Snapchat and also in like a previous video, is that when you see highlighters that have a lot more pigmentation and a little bit more oomph to them, they're not pressed as much as highlighters that don't give off that pigmentation. So if you really want that color payoff, you are gonna kind of have to take that risk factor of this breaking really easily. You drop this, it's gonna break. You start using up quite a bit of it and really put in a dent, it's gonna start to crumble. I know that because it happened to my Champagne Pop one. That one, I don't even know how long that one lasted me, but it just crumbled. Same thing with my Jouer Citrine or Citrine, however you want to say that word. I can never pronounce it right. That one just crumbled on me, but that is probably one of my favorite highlighters. I think it's stunning and I love the pigmentation that it gives, but you kind of have to take that risk factor that this is going to break a little bit easier. I actually do not recommend traveling with them, to be honest, because they can break so easily. And if you're like putting them in a suitcase and going on an airplane, they are not nice to those bags at all. So cross your fingers that it makes it. But yeah, I think these are worth the hype because they are stunning. You just have to know that when you're buying it, you got to be careful with it. All right, so the one palette that you guys asked me about is the TARTEIST Pro palette from Tarte. And this is what it looks like inside. I've definitely used this quite a bit. I love this palette. This is one of the palettes that I always travel with too. I love that it's sturdy and that I can trust that it's not gonna break on me. And the colors are absolutely stunning, you guys. They are so pigmented, like so pigmented. I really love this palette. This formula is the same in the Tarte Lip palette and the In Bloom palette, and those are my favorite. I'm actually wearing In Bloom on my eyes right now, and it's gotta be one of my top favorite eyeshadow formulas, you guys, like right up there with Lorac. Like it's right there. They are so easy to work with. They're pigmented, easy to blend, easy to work with, they're just awesome. So I love this palette because you get duochrome shades, you get a bunch of matte shades in here that you can make so many different looks with. You could do like very easy, simple looks. You can do very dramatic looks with it. So I really love this palette and I definitely think it's worth the hype. All right, so now we're on the last product, and you guys were asking me about the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. Are these worth it? Are they not? So if you asked me this question last year, I would say, nope, they're not worth it, because I remember I bought quite a bit of them. I have them back there, and they kind of like gave me like this butthole lip, and they were really just uncomfortable. I just did not like the way that it was wearing at all, and I didn't like them. But she recently released this new nude collection, not like super recent, but pretty recent, and this is the one in Ophelia. I'm actually wearing Lolita on my lips right now, and I got it from that new little set that she came out with. I feel like, honestly, she reformulated these because they don't feel the same way over a year ago when I tried them. Like, they just feel completely different, and I actually really, really love them. So I think these ones are definitely worth it. If you guys want to try out a shade, check out Ophelia. Ophelia is gorgeous. This has been repeatedly talked about on my channel. I really love the shade. I love the formula. This is like one of my go-to shades when I go out, and just so pretty. So yeah, these are definitely worth the hype, especially the newer ones. The older ones, not so much. Like, I didn't like those, but I definitely feel a difference in the new ones. So definitely check them out. I like this one, and then Ludwig is really pretty too. All right, so those are all the products in this overhyped products. Are they worth the hype? I hope that you guys found this video helpful to kind of decide if you should try something out, or if maybe you should kind of veer away from it and say no thank you to it. So yeah, I hope this video is helpful to you guys. Definitely make sure to check out Haley's channel. She has a great list of products that she's gonna be talking about over there, so definitely make sure to head over there, you guys. I will have that link down below. Again, make sure to do that hashtag Miller Squad, so that way she knows that you guys are heading over from my channel. And yeah, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for future videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!